Hello, I'm in a BBC studio. This is what you normally see during television news. But behind the scenes, journalists are busy working out what should be in the news and where to find it. And that's what you need to do too. Journalists find their news stories from many different places, and we call them sources. Remember, there are things happening around you all the time which might make a good story. You have to be curious, look around you, listen, talk to people, find out what's going on. What surprises you? What shocks you? What interests you? And how do you know if it's true? Now, one important source of stories, believe it or not, is other journalists. BBC journalists always read the papers, they check news websites, they listen to or watch the news. Another place our stories come from is directly from our audience, talking to us, telling us about things going on in their lives. Lots of people get in touch with the BBC by text and email, by blogging, by using social media like Twitter or Facebook. And what people tell us can become an important part of a story, or indeed a story in its own right. You might get tip-offs from your friends or family, or even from teachers. And what about asking for your friends or fellow students' opinions on the issues in your stories? Just like we do. You can then include them in your report. Press releases are another good source. Organisations contact the BBC about events that are coming up or things they've done, and they also put them on their websites. So keep a lookout for those. And journalists talk to experts on a whole range of subjects and pick up stories from them. They might be politicians, they might be football managers, or scientists, or doctors, or store managers, hairdressers, musicians, head teachers, and the list goes on. All of these people are what we call contacts. And finally, we get some of our best news stories from witnesses, people who are on the spot when something happens. They can tell us about it. Now, be careful. It's very important to check all your sources. Only use sources that you trust. Are they likely to have accurate information on the story? How much checking you do is really the key to getting it right. Of course, it depends on the type of source. It's usually a good idea to check the information with at least two sources. Truth and accuracy are two of the BBC's news values. They're a very important guide and will help you to become not just a reporter, but a trusted school reporter. So, good luck finding the news stories, and above all, have a bit of fun.